Hello everybody and welcome to my new channel, The Lovers Astro and Tarot. My name is Cecily and this reading is for anyone whose sun, moon, or ascendant is in Sag. So first to start off, the thing that is kind of hard to not notice is the Chariot. So the Chariot means that something is coming your way and it's coming your way fast, Sagittarius. So if you're single, you should be on the lookout, and really try to understand that something important could be coming your way. You're about to achieve something in your romantic life, and whether that's a commitment or whether that's you embarking on enjoying being single, because this is, this is the Three of Wands, excuse me. It's about putting yourself out there, but also being master of your own world, in a sense. It's, really being able to express yourself in a creative and fun way in a romantic relationship. And with these two things together, with the Three of Wands crossing the Chariot, it means maybe you're going to get to express yourself or your feelings to someone. Generally we don't look at those two cards as feelings, but this is something that's going to happen very quickly. And this is the freedom of self. And if you look at the card that's crowning you, it's the Three of Swords. So there's another three in this spread, which is indicating something. Now the Three of Hearts the Three of Hearts. The Three of Swords is the card that represents heartbreak. So maybe you're getting over something. Maybe someone has recently left your life and it's been hard for you to cope with, but it's not as hard as it could be. You're not crying and moaning and thinking about them all the time. It's at the point where you realize maybe this is a good thing that they left. Or, maybe they came back. Maybe the Chariot is someone writing in and saying, I'm back. I missed you. Usually it's not as touchy-feely as that, but like I said, the Three of Wands is you being okay with it. The Three of Wands is you being okay with where you're at. And the foundation card for you, get my arm out of the way, is the Hierophant, which a lot of times I see when someone is ready to commit or someone is ready to have a relationship or get married. Maybe, Sag, you're at the point where you realize, the fun and games just isn't fun anymore, and you're ready. Because it really is the foundation of your whole reading, you deciding to make this commitment. Now, I have an AC in Sag, and I can honestly say that I've gone through some changes at that point where I realized, okay, maybe I am ready. So maybe you're right there with me, Sag. Now, for the most part, in the recent past, you've had some things come your way that you really weren't expecting in your love life. Maybe you've had a few people come back into your love life, especially with Venus in retrograde. Or maybe you've went back to a few people to clear some things up in your past, and you've really just kind of decided to let it go. And now that you've finally gotten to that point, you've just owned it, Sag. You've owned where you're at. It's a really good place to be, especially when you look at the near future and you see the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is fate being on your side. Something lucky is going to fall your way. And with the Chariot being there and the Hierophant, I would definitely say be on the lookout for somebody that is really interested in committing to you. Something is going to happen that's going to kind of change the tide so that someone is in your life. And it could be someone from the past, or it could be somebody brand new. Sag, it could be Let's pull a card for the Wheel of Fortune and see what we get. Okay, so we got the Prince of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Prince of Pentacles is usually somebody, you see how he's holding out his arm with his pentacle in hand? It's very close to like the Prince of Cups. Someone's holding out emotion, but Pentacles is a little bit more grounded than that. Someone is holding out security. Someone is holding out not necessarily their heart, because emotions can be flimsy. They're holding out their lives to you. This is a little bit different. This is a little bit more grounded in reality, a little bit more a little bit more real, Sag. You're gonna have to, you know, choose wisely and say, wow, is this something I want? Now, when it's in reverse like this, it usually means that, especially over the Wheel of Fortune, means that someone isn't being honest with their feelings. And I have a feeling, yes, I said I have a feeling, that this person is probably not going to like the way things are going for you, Sag, because this person is holding back. Sometimes when you get a Pentacles card and it's in reverse, it can mean that somebody is being selfish. And with the Wheel of Fortune on your side, maybe you've had someone in the past who was being a little bit selfish with you, really wasn't that affectionate, or really wasn't that open, and now you have this rushing in, you know. Maybe they're trying to save the relationship, Sag. Maybe they're trying to put things back together, and doing that by offering a commitment to you. Or maybe you've decided that, you know, you want something with this person, Sag. Maybe you've decided that you're ready to commit. Or maybe you've decided that you're ready to get married, and you don't know who it's going to be yet, but you're ready to take that next step, and you're ready to have something real with someone. If you look here, this is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles really depends on what perspective you look at it from. If you look at it from the elderly man, he really is taking a stance of power, but he's also being kind. He's giving. He's, you know, forgiving. He's allowing them to take what they need, but only their fair share. He's also very happy about it. He's happy about giving. If you look at it from their perspective, they're not necessarily as happy. I'm sure on this side he looks a little grateful. On this side she looks a little bit beholden. Like she, you know, she'd rather be in his stance, and of course who wouldn't. But the Six of Pentacles is very much about somebody not putting in their fair share, I would say, in this situation. Maybe you were in a relationship in the past, or you weren't putting in your fair share of work in the relationship, or they weren't, and now you've decided that you're ready to do that by committing, and you're ready to give them the security that they need, whether that is financial security or whether that's emotional security. You need to be ready to own up to your feelings, Sag. I think a lot of this is going to be you putting your feelings on display, and not in a really emotional, kind of heartwarming sort of way, but just a realistic way. You being very clear about what it is that you want and what you're looking for, I think is going to drastically help you out this month, Sag. And as we get to the end of the spread, we can see right here the Eight of Swords. Now, upright, this is a woman who's not in the position to do anything about her situation, or at least that's the way she thinks, which is also what Swords represents. It represents our thoughts. And when we're stuck in a situation, it's usually our thoughts that are keeping us from doing anything about it. When it's in the reverse, it means that you're now ready to take a stance and do something. You're now ready to get out. See how when you change the card and you put it in the reverse, your focus becomes on her face. She seems more aware. She's now capable of understanding that she can get out of this situation. It's a little bit different. So I think you're going to be very clear with what you want this month, Sag. And I also think that things are going to go in your favor. I think that you have the universe on your side pulling for you right now to get the commitment that you're looking for, or to have the type of security that you're looking for, whether that be financial security with a mate that you already have and someone has maybe had a hard time pulling in the type of money that you were looking for, or whether it's a commitment to actually say, I'm ready to get married, or let's have a family, or let's move in together. You know, maybe you've decided to move in together. That's another big one in this spread. It's definitely a possibility in the month of August. I definitely see you coming together with someone in particular, and deciding to really move forward in a quick way. The one thing that I would say is, with this card, I do think that the things you do will turn out right. But I also think that if you move too quickly, you could be a little bit disappointed. So try to slow it down. Now, you have fate on your side, but still try to slow it down. The only thing that I would say that you should actually do is, you know, really, really take some time and open up. Open up. You know, walking away can be a great thing, but at the same time, find some purpose. Find some purpose to what's happening in your love life this month. So I am going to pull an outcome card for you, Sag. Let's get something good. Yep, the Sun. Okay, so you definitely have the universe on your side. You are going to be having so much fun, and you are going to be so secure with your decision and the outcome. Everything is going to work out great in August. Honestly, this is one of the best spreads that I've had in a while. And I think that with the Sun being here, you know, maybe there were some secrets in the past, and now you're getting to the point where you're willing to open your eyes to it. And when you do open your eyes, everything will be fully illuminated, and not only will you be okay with it, but you'll be moving forward. All of these cards are moving forward cards. They're definitely, you know, you getting out of whatever rut you were in and kind of taking, you know, realizing that maybe that situation that you were in previously that allowed you to have some heartbreak was worth it. And now you're at the point where you really know what you want. You really know what you want. And not only do you know what you want, but you're being backed up by the universe, and everything is going to say yes to you this month, Sag. So if you're one of those single Sages, I would definitely go out there and try to meet some new people. You definitely have the right energy to support you in that. And I do think you'll find a person that would be more than willing to commit to you and be interested in creating something real with you. If you're one of the Sages that's already taken, I think you are going to be at a point where you're recommitting, and your relationship is going to be at a point where your personal power will actually work in the relationship quite well this month. So please let me know exactly what goes on this month for you in August, Sag. I'll be more than happy to hear about it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, you guys, and I will definitely see you next month. Bye.